So hi and welcome back, and the angle of the camera may seem a little bit different to what it normally is. I've got a new camera, and the reason for this is prior to everything going wrong like it did, I used to film conferences, and the camera that I used to have for that I sold a couple of years ago, and I was going to be done with doing conferences, and one of my clients contacted me and says, "Oh, got something come up, do you want to do it?" And I'm like, yeah. So hence I had to buy a new camera to do that sort of work, and I'm just trying it out with this in this combination. Now, I've been up in Manchester, you're going to see a bit of video of that. Was in London, you're going to see a little bit of video of that. But I was just playing around with some Ilford XP2 Super, and I developed it in ID11, and I got the most incredible results. Someone recommended this to me, and I can't remember who that was. So if you're that person, can you comment below? Because I really want to thank you for that. Got the most amazing results. I'm pleased with nearly every shot I took. The actual tonal range, that it's one of those things that you look at and you think, I love this, and that's what it was. And I'm really pleased. You're going to see me talking about being in Manchester. We're going to go through the photographs at the end. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so the last bit I said about going to Deptford, that just didn't happen. So I'm on one of my missions. I'm currently in central Milton Keynes, and I've got to walk to the railway station because I'm off to, hopefully, if the train is on time and everything, I'm going to Manchester, and I've got to go for a meeting there tomorrow. But because of the time and all the messing around, I'm going to stay overnight. So I should be in if the train's on time, I should be in Manchester early afternoon. So I've got the camera with me with the XP2 Super in it, and I'll try and get some shots along there. I was going to bring my 135mm lens with me as well, but I decided against that. So I've just got the 50mm lens and the XP2 in the Minolta X-300. So I used to live here for a while once, not for very long, and it's kind of bringing back weird memories being in the city centre. And I used to walk this way to where I used to live. It was a couple of mile walk. It was just to save on bus fares. We used to have to go past the railway station, so it's lucky I know the area quite well. And the beautiful thing is, don't forget guys, that the current price of bus fare is a £2 single, so I can get from as far as Oxford on £2 and then £2 back. So I'm just got here for £2, and I say Milton Keynes isn't my favourite place, but it's a junction where I have to go to get the train to Manchester, saves going into London. Anyway, so hopefully, all being well, the next time you'll see me is when I'm in Manchester. So I don't know if you can hear me. I want to put my glasses on. So I made it to Manchester, and I'm in St Peter's Square at the moment, not too far from my hotel. And there's lots going on. I've taken loads of shots already, and not even checked into the hotel yet. So as I say, there's lots of noise in the background and stuff. So there's these people campaigning. I don't know what it's about, but I've got some great shots of the people like doing like victory signs and stuff like that, with waving the flags. It's really cool. So hopefully they'll come out. I was shooting at 1.7 at about 500ths of a second, and I always worry with the older lenses about the actual their quality is at wide open, but we'll see. So hopefully we'll get something. I'm going to drop them in my bag and I'm going to walk in. So I'm in Piccadilly Gardens in, I guess it's central Manchester really, and I've been out, got quite a few shots, and I'm just wandering around now trying to finish off the rest of the film before I've got a meeting a little bit later on this afternoon. So yeah, I've got some quite interesting shots of buildings and different things, and I'm seeing things. I watch a guy called Charlie Veach, and yeah, this is his, where he hangs around and stuff, and it's quite interesting because I've actually seen some of the people that he does videos of, and it's just real fun being here. It's a bit different for me, but I've got quite an interesting day. We're meeting, which I hope will prove fruitful, but I thought I'd bring my Minolta X-300 with me, and get some shots while I was here at the same time. And I feel less inhibited here talking to the camera with people wandering around. When I do it in Bedford, it's kind of like it's a bit weird, but here there's loads of people just don't really care. They really don't care, whereas in Bedford it's like, what's he doing, pointing the camera at me or someone else. But yeah, so it's kind of fun. So I think this video is going to be quite long, but I'm not going to be able to get it out for at least a week. I've got to get some new fixer, because I've run out of fixer, and yeah, there's just different things I've got to do. So anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so we're going to go through some of the photographs and just skip through. Now, these, I've kind of found out what these people are. They're campaigning about something to do with Iran, and I don't know quite what it is. And it was also hating on the BBC, and I don't know what that was. I didn't get that either. But I only stayed for a couple of minutes while they were there, and they were back on the Sunday, because I was there Saturday and Sunday, and went into the city on Sunday morning. They were back there again, but I took a couple of shots of them. I mean, it's really about the XP2 Super and developing it in ID11, and the results, I'm just so pleased with the results. The tonal range, the contrast, the grain, all superb. And I don't know why I would ever want to have these developed in C41 again. I don't see the point, because I'm getting stuff. I can do the latitude with it. I can do up to 1600 ISO with the film. So why would I need to have this processed at C41 and all that extra expense when I can just do it in ID11? So as you can see, I think I spoke about that one, and I was just literally wandering around the city taking photographs, and this is one of the tram stops. I don't know where this one is. It's kind of all a bit weird, and you saw, I think you might have seen a clip video of this when I was walking across to it, and this is the Manchester Centre, and I really struggled with this. I really struggled to get a good shot because I didn't have a wide angle lens, and you'll see in the other ones I did, I've kind of like cropped off the top, but it gives the size. It gives you an idea of how big this building is. There you go, that's the one. And you know, I would love to have got the whole thing in, but it's still quite a nice composition. And what I do like about it is you can see in the shadows, you can still see quite a lot, and you know, the whites are really lovely and vibrant. Yeah, so I'm just really pleased. I'm just going to take, as I continue to take you through these photographs. This one has got a slight bit of camera shake. It was first thing in the morning. It was so dull and dark. You know, and there was a guy standing in one of the archways, and he walked back, and I literally just grabbed the shot while I could. And I don't think I quite nailed the focusing as well. So, but it's still, you can see what I was trying to achieve with it. And again, this is right near where that was. And you know my thing about phone boxes. And did I tell you how I found out what black phone boxes are? Well, I'll take a photograph of a black phone box in a couple of weeks, and I'll explain what it all is. But there is a reason they're black and they're not red. If you already know, put a comment below. And I just like this idea of the telephone box with the entrance sign, the entrance bit beside it going a bit further back, which is really cool. And this one is another grab shot. But you can see the tones on this are just lovely. Now I need to zoom in. Oh, let me just do a zoom in, so you can see. You know, the grain isn't that bad. This is slightly soft because it was, as I say, I literally put the camera up and fired. So I don't know if it was running at, say, like a 30th of a second or something like that. So I don't honestly know. But there are some really truly amazing sharp shots. I mean, look at that. Look how sharp that. Jameson's ginger ale and lime, you know, really vibrant, and you've got all those different tones in there as well. And this is Piccadilly Gardens, and it's very like brutalism at its best, I'd say. And I got a few shots there, and that's where I was filming when I was filming myself talking to the camera. That's where I was, and I just wanted to get a few shots of that. And you haven't completely lost all of the into shadow underneath the canopy here. And this one is of a Queen Victoria statue, but obviously the lighting on, I think this was on a Sunday morning, it was just completely dull. It was so flat. And so not only am I pleased with the fact it developed so well in ID11, I'm pleased with the fact that even in such difficult light, I've still managed to retain some of the details of the actual shots, which is really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to putting another film through, actually like today, because outside it's really, really bright and sunny. And this was in Piccadilly Gardens. Again, it was just like I thought it was quite a nice shot of the little play park they've got there. And again, the Mercure Hotel, brutalism at its best, I'd say. And you know me and my pedestrian signs. Yeah, I just wanted to do one. I saw this was had the strawberry over the top of it. I thought it looked quite cool, so I thought I'd get a shot of that. And I really love this one of this lady. I can't remember what it's to do. Is it to do with the suffragettes or something? And you can see as I zoom right in, you can see the grain, but it's really, really quite detailed still. It's really lovely. And I can't remember who told me about using this method, but thank you so much. I've got another few films, XP2s, I can use to do this with. And this was with my 135 lens. I went out with the last few shots locally and took some shots with the 135, and some of them are soft, but some of them are really, really good. That one's not so good. That's okay. And then you get this one. They're not bad. It's what I expected of a 1980s 135 lens, to be honest with you. And then you get to these ones to the actual landing stage, and they're really, really, really sharp. So really pleasing, really pleasing. Okay, and again, that's taken with the 135 lens. I think it was probably down at f5.6 or f8 when I took that. So you can see it's working at its the lens's sharpest point. And that's our wonderful, wonderful brutalistic County Hall in Bedford. And just another shot with the 135. And I'm just using up the film, but I've got a few more shots. Now these are the ones I love the most. There's 3 shots. This is the worst out of the 3, but the other 2 are I'm just so pleased with. This is the one I'm so pleased with. It's just what I would want of this photograph. It's really hard to explain. That I just like the feel of it, and it's sharp enough, and it's it really demonstrates what the light was like on the day, to be honest with you. But when you go in, you can see how sharp. Remember, this was taken my 50mm lens, and you can see that the grain is really, really quite nice and uniform. I like that as well. So I could enlarge this up to 16:12 and really, really be pleased with it. I think I might do that. I'm going to be getting a load of my stuff printed up when I've get some more work in. Another shot of the tram lines in Manchester. That's actually, I think that's opposite where I was staying. And then there's the lady with her flag again. And I think this is the one shot I took of when I was in London, and it was of Blackfriars Station, the old bridge stands. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.